If you can't dazzle them with your brilliance, blind them with bull. We've all heard some version of this saying, and this adage can be applied to improvisation. We've experienced it many times and may even be guilty of it ourselves. Here's what happens. You get the nod to take a solo, and in a few bars, you're lost. So you begin playing nonsensical ideas. Long and drawn-out run-on sentences that sound like a teenager on Red Bull sending voice message after voice message to their friends. Some players actually improvise in this way. They demonstrate incredible technique, but they have very little to say. Their solos are the equivalent of a political inquiry. Just Google the definition of political inquiry and you'll see what I mean. Yes, you want to swing and flow, but the artistry comes in when you deliberately use silence in your improvisational flights. Miles Davis once said, "In music, silence is more important than sound." Okay, so that brings us to the play-rest approach. This is also called pacing. Now, in the previous sessions, when we spoke about single note improvising, we worked on creating flow by practicing the stream of consciousness, an endless stream of eighth notes. But the goal of this is twofold. First, to develop your time feel, and second, to develop the muscle memory necessary for the scale to become second nature. The next step is to add form to your solos, and we do that by using silence. So let's revisit the motifs from our last session. Notice that each motif is a 2-bar phrase, and the first bar is the melodic idea, the second bar is the silence. This was intentional. Now, why would you want to use silence? Well, if you surround your ideas with rest, it gives them shape and definition. Also, it allows time for the effects of the idea to be heard, realized, and appreciated by the audience, the band members, and you, the soloist. The play-rest approach is used to contrast, balance, and build towards the climatic sections of the solo. The climatic section usually involves more continuous, high-energy playing. This usually occurs at the end of the solo, but may happen in the beginning or the middle. The power and effectiveness of the climax depends on how well the solo is paced before and after the climax is reached. Okay, so grab your guitar and let's work on this. Okay, now you have your motifs and they're all surrounded by silence. We're going to start to use them, and I'm going to use the motifs to start off my solo. And then from there, I'm going to expand it a little bit. All right, now I'm going to start making a little bit of a variation. Just rhythmically. Okay, I'm using the motifs as a starting point, making sure that I'm respecting the silence. So that gives me a chance to continue developing my line and think about my line, think about where I want to go from here. All right, so the silence is very important. I'm respecting the silence and I'm using it to continue to create my lines. And also, if the rhythm section is playing along with me, they will learn to react to that silence and fill it up in a way that they see fit. Or they'll continue to respect the space. All right, so keep playing with silence. Use ideas that you already know. Swing and flow. All right, I'll see you back here next time.